blinded.
I don't have curtains.
This is the worst. I'm gonna just lay on the floor.
Okay, you're gonna regret that.
I know. It's fine. My hip's already like, you're an idiot. Don't do it. Hi, I'm Aaron.
I'm Jade.
And this is Unapologetic Introverts, episode 65. I knew that.
My legs are on fire.
So are mine, but that's from bicycling across town, so fair.
Burn and muscles I never use.
Don't make me get mad at you again for sunburn. I was rage quitting.
I know.
I turned to my mom and I was like, Jace got a sunburn. She knows better. That's too ironic for what the activity you were participating in yesterday was for.
Listen, it wasn't just me who got burned, okay?
Idiots everywhere. The sun is your enemy.
The tattoos are protected. And my face and my scalp.
Okay.
You have to give me that. I got
You get
really
a few
burnt.
things.
I got really burnt last year.
You didn't learn your lesson, clearly.
No,
not enough.
I wasn't even in the boat last year. I was just taking pictures.
Anyway.
Struggling.
Rage.
Struggle bus. Struggle bus.
It's fine.
How'd you book?
It's good. That's what I was just checking on. I am on chapter
50.
23.
Oh.
There's not even 50.
No.
There's 23. There's 37 in total.
Oh.
I'm on 23.
You're over halfway, right?
I'm doing really well. Yeah. Because it would be 46 if it was a double.
Sure.
Yep. 23. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus
What's
3
half of
plus 6.
37? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Half of 37? 17 is 0.5. No. 18.5. Yes.
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 No. Yes.
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 That's awful math. This is why I don't do math as a job.
Nope.
Well, I kind of do, but it's fine. They trust me at work.
No math. No math.
What is math?
Well, that's good. It's going well.
Yeah, it's going well. It's just, I'm looking forward to, like, the nice thing about audiobooks for me. Well, I don't know. It's I like having a physical book too.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. I feel like I can hear the background so much. But
Oh,
nothing's
the
changed.
noise.
So I don't know.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because your air conditioning's on.
Oh, that's fair.
It's never been on.
This is true.
Really, when we've recorded.
No.
No.
Well, whatever.
Anyway,
It's fine.
It just sounds like a little bit of airflow.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's fine.
It's a special noise.
It's a special episode.
It's the recording booth noise.
Yeah.
Just the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're staying cool, even though it's 30 degrees out.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Other than that, the book update is good, and yeah, I just find it's easier for me to, like, you know, I was on I should have put this in the thing. I went to Niagara Falls on the weekend. It was good.
Right.
Yeah, it was a good time. I didn't write it in the notes.
That's okay.
Maybe I'll just do that now.
Yeah.
Niagara. Oh, that's not how you spell that.
Niguera.
Thank you for. Thank
Beautiful.
you, autocorrect.
Beautiful.
I went to Niagara Falls on the GO train, which is a really fun expedition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally only cost us $10 to get down there on the GO train and back.
That's insane.
Nuts, absolutely crazy, but so worth it. And then we only paid, this is just so stupid, but we paid $13 for the bus.
Yeah.
In Niagara Falls to get around for the whole day.
Just like a pass?
Yeah, it's like a pass. Okay. It's like a 24-hour pass. So you go there. It was like less than $25 for.
That's awesome.
You know,
got stick-ass ice cream.
Yeah, it was really good.
Got to see a rainbow.
From Sweet Jesus.
Sweet Jesus.
Yes, Niagara Falls was giving total gay.
For
happy
Pride
vibes.
Month.
Happy Pride. Lots of rainbows all around.
Love it.
And it was just good. I went to the Midway. That's probably where I spent the most money.
Is that the arcade?
Yeah, the big arcade. Yeah.
I've never been in it.
I was disappointed though because they got rid of the old paper tickets. Everything is now one of those tap cards.
Ah, boring.
It's not as satisfying as like putting those little quarters into the machine and feeding it. Like that was nostalgia at its finest. I mean, they got lots more new games, which is great.
I've never been.
But it's really cool. I like it. I could literally be there for hours. I'd have to get noise canceling headphones because kids are freaking nuts.
And the beeping and the
The
games
beeping.
and
Yeah.
all the things.
I would just have to be wearing like my earplugs. I should have put them in immediately. That's probably why I had the biggest headache at the end of it.
Probably.
It's just too much noise
Screaming
and people
children.
overload. I felt bad for my mom because she's wandering around behind us. And I'm like, you could play too. Like,
Yeah.
But no, not her thing. I was like, thank you for,
Just wandering.
Yeah. What's the term? Thank you for.
I don't know.
No, I can't think about it. Thanks for putting up with me in a sense. In my childhood, never grow up.
Hey, an arcade sounds great.
Honestly, like, I don't gamble or anything, so an arcade is just my form of gambling. I hate spending money, so
I know.
Gambling is like not my thing. Anyway, so the arcade was good. The falls were absolutely beautiful.
I
like,
want to go back so bad.
The weather was perfect.
Yeah.
It was great. The next time I go, I found that there's this cool, if you go north or sort of northeast of Niagara Falls there, like down the river essentially, there is like this like obstacle course you can do. It's like up in the air and you get to zip line. It's not too tall up in the air. It's only like maybe 10, 14 feet. So you're like up there and you climb around the obstacle course, but it goes around this whole entire loop. So you just like zip line down and down and down.
Oh, okay.
But it's in open air, so it's not like it's like in trees or anything.
Yeah.
But it just looked really cool and fun to play with. Like, I'm not really a big fan of heights, but it's only like 10 or 14 feet up. So, survivable fall, right? If you don't land on your head, right?
Yeah.
But it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I want to go. I think the last time I was in Niagara Falls, had to have been like March break in like grade 8, maybe.
It's a long time ago.
And Mom was at some training thing for work, and Bob just goes, "Do you have lunch in Niagara Falls?" So we drove down to Niagara Falls, went to the Butterfly Conservatory, and then we had lunch at Applebee's, and then we came home.
Sick. Why not?
It was you know what it was? It was whenever the song by Icona Pop, like the I love it. Ding, ding.
Yeah.
That was popular because it played about 8 times on the fucking radio.
You're like, oh God, not again.
And then before that, I must have been like pretty young, and we went behind the falls, which was cool.
That's cool.
But I really want to go on like the boardwalk like trail thing down near the rapids, but I also want to go to the power plant and go out in that like lookout area because that looks really cool.
I've been like behind the falls. You're by behind the falls, you mean like walking literally behind it, like in the tunnels or whatever. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that in the middle of winter, which was kind of cool because you see all the ice formations that are built up from the water coming.
Yeah.
It's really freaking cold because it's damp.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. Like, I want to go again, but when it's nicer, like warmer out, so you can actually get more of a view. Yeah. But I'd also like to do that, like the boat ride.
The rapids or the Maid of the Mist?
Like the Maid of the Mist thing, yeah. Because my sister, when she came in like 2022 or something like that, she went and did that, and she said it was really cool.
That'd be so cool.
You need a change of clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The jet boat also looks fun. You also need a change of clothes.
Yeah, you apparently get like drenched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wouldn't mind that because I like being around water, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. I could just stand at the falls for hours.
Honestly, like the roar of the falls alone is just so like satisfying. Like it's just like in my brain's like running water.
Is that ship still up top?
No, I think it's all broken down now.
Now,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, I didn't even see it anymore.
Wow.
When I was up there. Wonder if it's just
crazy.
Moved and then just tipped over and
It probably.
Yeah.
Or they took it out somehow.
They might have taken it out for safety's sake because it is like a power generator thing. Yeah. And there's people down below in
the boat.
in the boat. And yeah, having a giant ship come crashing down on you might not be the most positive experience. They probably don't have insurance for that either.
I have a tiny book update.
Yeah.
I started another hockey book.
Okay, nobody cares. Moving on.
It's called Game Changer. I think the author's name is Lana Ferguson. Could be just like pulling that out of my butthole. But it's funny. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but the girl is like a baker and has this like TV show, and the ratings are down, and her brother is on a hockey team, and the one guy is like coming back from playing in Canada for some reason, and they recruit him to be on the show because he's also got like a social scandal.
Cute
So far. I got like halfway done and I was like, all right, you're gonna read the whole book, just put it away. But my Crescent City books are in Calgary.
Woo, that's a far off land. Where did they launch from? Seattle?
I have no idea.
It's on the other side of the country.
No idea.
That's so weird, but
I'm like,
okay.
please just get here already.
It probably came from like San Francisco or
I'll read you where it came from.
there.
I didn't get the acronym.
So weird.
It was very weird.
But I'm glad they're on their way.
Me too. Hopefully no duties.
Have you haven't read any of that, have you?
No, my mom has twice. Because she read it before she read ACOTAR, forgot about it, then was reading it and went, I've already read one of these. And she was like, you'll like them. And I was like, well, duh.
Well, I like the other
first
20 of them.
Yeah. So I'm excited. And they're going to look so good.
It's gonna be so good whenever I get to reading them. Honestly, like I don't know. I'm in a niche mood for reading lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you want to read something specific, or you mean like you don't know what you want to read?
I just don't know what I want to read.
Fair.
Like I'm just in this niche mood of like, I kind of know. I kind of want like goofy banter characters, and I don't want to experience like
thinking.
Yeah, too much thought behind it at this point.
Fair. So no fantasy.
Yeah, fantasy is, I find I like reading it. I love getting into like the realms and the worlds and everything.
You got to be in the headspace.
It's a lot of math for not being math. It's like
it's a lot.
Trying to keep track of like where they are, what they're doing, and then all of the characters that are slowly like building the world. Yes. It's a little bit difficult. Sometimes you just need that small, like goofy, quick read.
Yep.
Doesn't take any brain power. So I get your hockey books. I do.
Yeah, after reading a bunch of fantasy, I'm like, all right, need a romance. Let's go.
It's like takes that like way too much thought out of your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to read after. I have my other hockey series. I have 2 more fantasy ones. And then I have just like some, like 2
standalone kind of things.
Standalones.
Yeah.
That aren't hockey related.
That's okay. There's room for hockey books in the realm of reading. I get it.
Yeah. So that's my book update. My Netflix update.
Yeah.
Remember how I showed you the Titan docu trailer?
Mm-hmm,
so I watched it last night.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
Like it's not cheesy.
A lot of breakdown and
oh my god, the disregard this man had for safety
alone.
And like they filmed everything. I also didn't know they had already been down to the Titanic in it.
Oh yeah, they had.
I had no idea.
That was wild, eh? They were just like, we'll just go down and we know there's problems with it already, but we'll do it again.
Okay, so they're like not gonna whatever.
I mean, we know what happens in the end. There's no spoiling it.
They have footage all the way back from like 2008 when they started this, and like literally all the ex-employees are in this documentary. They have like receipts. They have all of like the audio tests that they did when they put I don't know what they called them. They put like the measurement things in the hull to be like, okay, so we know when it's cracking, because his thing was when they tested it, we have all these devices we can hear when carbon like fibers are cracking. Yeah. Then we'll know when it's going to explode.
Well, that doesn't help if you're in the thing.
No. And so there's footage of him when they're testing it, because he's the only one that went on all the test sites, and you can hear it, and it's terrifying.
Oh my God.
It's really good. I highly recommend it. It was a good watch.
The only problem I have with like watching it is just like the amount of insane empathy I have towards those people who were trapped in that, and it was just like a ticking time bomb.
It's crazy.
And you could probably just hear it like slowly, like, and
It's not even like slow like that.
It's like,
It's loud.
nope,
it sounds like gunshots.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like claustrophobia nightmare.
I still can't get over that it's controlled by a PlayStation controller.
Oh man, I wouldn't trust that shit. Mine was never
But
reliable.
just like all the details and all of like the ex-employees being like, yeah, and that's when I left. All right. And that's when I left. And the one girl was like, okay, you're probably asking, why didn't I leave? COVID hit. I needed a job. She goes, because I was going to leave here and then I was going to leave here. And then you're probably like, why are you still here?
Yeah, I get it.
But it was really good. I do recommend.
We'll have to settle down into that.
It's like an hour and a half or something.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a little quick.
Yeah. It was good. I was surprised. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch this, see how cheesy it is. But wasn't cheesy.
Bad.
Not so bad.
Pretty much them trying to cover their asses, I think. Being like, yeah, we knew, but
no, it's
was psycho.
It's more like them putting it out into the world because still no one's been charged. I mean, I get it, he's dead.
I mean, he's dead. So.
But like the company,
really,
and it showed them like being in the trial with the Coast Guard, like them asking questions, like, okay, what did you do? Okay, I did this. Okay, did this ever happen? Nope. And yeah, it was crazy.
No regard for safety.
It was insane.
Let's just say if you're gonna like try and go to the ocean bottom in a tin can,
don't.
Maybe don't. Maybe just don't.
There's a reason no one's done it in carbon fiber. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it breaks.
Because it breaks down. Even if it was good like the first time, after that first time, so much pressure and damage going to it.
Yeah, and it's cool that they have all of the data, so you can
sun is
see
gone now.
On like, okay, dive. I think it's dive 80 or 87 is where it
87 Jesus
is
Christ.
where it really fucks up.
Imagine being the people who were on that before,
and they
and they were like, "Oh, this is fine."
When they first engineered it, like the first one, because there was two, because the one got a crack, and then they tried to just cut it out, and they were like,
"Oh, good, yeah, that doesn't at all
affect the hull at all." They had Boeing engineers, which I didn't know.
I don't know if that's any bit more trustable.
I know, but Boeing was like, "This is not safe. You have to do this at your own risk." They didn't want to get a class thing for it, and everyone was like, "All right, I'm done. Like, you're not going down in this." And then he was like, "All right, then you're fired." It was crazy.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be alive, so
yeah.
Fired and alive. That's better than being exploded at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, imploded,
I guess.
Space dust. Goo.
We're all essentially gonna be there one day, but hopefully not as quickly as Mr. What's-His-Face.
Yeah, Mr. Stockton. Oh god, it was crazy.
It's so wild.
So good though.
Watch it. Tell us your feelings on it.
Please.
Tell us your feelings on the whole thing to begin with.
I still can't believe that was only a year ago. No, 2 years ago.
Never mind. I was like, oh, a year ago? Okay. We're not getting that old that quick.
No, 2 years.
Now I'm like, crap.
I remember being at work being like, oh my God, they have like an oxygen counter. They were dead.
Oh, they were dead for so long.
An hour into their thing.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
The worst part was probably like the crazy search afterwards and like have people having hope and stuff.
Much money, how many resources,
so
how much time.
Much money. I think it was like $1 billion on the Canadian government.
I know. And they did it sneakily, right? Because like they did it. It's from the US. They launched out of Canada and then it ended in international waters.
Yeah. It's like, don't do it on Canadian waters, please.
Oh, it was crazy. It was so crazy. Sorry.
You don't have a passport. Get out of our water.
You say password?
Passports. You hit a certain part of the ocean and some guy pops up and he's just like, what's the password? Gimme. It's like maple syrup 2246 or something.
Are you
I don't
ready
know. Ask Trudeau. Am I ready?
For tattoos?
I've been on the fence for the past week going, am I making good life decisions?
Yes, you are.
And every time I open it, I'm like, yeah, I think it's going to be sick. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Like the preview.
All your snacks.
I'm not fully prepped yet on the snack department, but I do have a list in my head to be like, okay, we need like Gatorades. Mm-hmm. We're going to need some like chewy snacks. Mm-hmm. I won't need like a million Werthers like I had last time because I was coughing like every 2 seconds. That was so annoying.
Fair.
Had that dry cough. It was so bad.
It was gross.
Yeah.
Good old New Year.
I don't know. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Do you think there'll be a lot of movement?
Movement?
Like, I know you're going to be like planning a lot of it, but do you think there'll be a lot of actual tattoo movement?
I hope so.
I hope so too. It's a big one though, right? So
I'm excited. It'll be cool to have it all mapped out too.
Yeah.
To just know what it's going to look like.
It's going to be sick. I'm so excited for that.
But yeah, tattoos are happening.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Bob has been made aware of the full sleeve.
I've let vague notions to my parents, knowing that I was getting more tattoo, but not how big and where. So
and not what
and what.
Yeah. Friday night I went. So and he just like stopped. He was doing the time. He goes, "What?" I was like, so next Saturday I'm getting another tattoo."
Oh, the sigh of disappointment.
Where? I said, "Just on my shoulder." Okay. That was it. That was it. And then Saturday when I got home and made Tanya put After Sun on my back because I couldn't reach, he goes, "So are you continuing or are you coloring?" And I went, "Continuing." And he goes, "All right." And he started to turn around and he goes, "What are you going to do? Just get a sleeve?" I went, "Yep." And as he's like turning the corner, he goes, "Did you just say yes?"
Yeah.
He goes, "What? So you're going to be covered from your shoulder to your ankle?" I was like, "My ankle?" He goes, "I meant your wrist."
Well, now that you've given me option A, sir, I will apply for that. Yeah.
So,
yeah. I don't know.
He's
over
given
it.
up. He's given up. I really expected a bit more of a fight. He's given up.
I urged my mother to give up. I was like, this is my body. What are you going to do about it? Sorry.
I can wear a long sleeve.
Like, she's like, I'm just worried about your jobs. I'm like,
oh my God. If my grandma listens to this before she finds out, but she won't, it's going to be, what are people going to think? I don't give a fuck.
No fucks given. We are literally little dust specks.
We are dying every day.
The universe.
I'm getting tattoos.
I'm going to be a walking art gallery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be fine. And the only problem I have is like, I'm 33 years old.
Yeah.
They've known me my whole entire life. I've gone through the emo phase. It's not a phase. Hint. Nudge, nudge.
Nudge.
I dye my hair funky colors.
I was just gonna say,
like, I went to art school.
You're an art kid.
When are you gonna clue in that this is just who I am and it's not changing? I'm not gonna wake up one day and be like, oh, I want to be a corporate girly and dress in, pink pantsuits. Like, it doesn't work that way.
But you'd look sick as fuck.
I know.
In a pink
maybe I would
with tattoos.
With tattoos, I'd be so badass. Honestly, I'll rock whatever I want. Why? Because I have the attitude to put up with it. Like, how are you going to get a job? Like, it's 2025.
Wear long sleeves in the interview, and
there's
once
makeup
you're hired,
that covers the shit up.
Take the jacket off.
Yeah. What
are you gonna do?
We live in Canada. I'm wearing long sleeves like 90% of the year, anyways. What does it even matter? I was wearing a hoodie up until last week.
Yeah.
Like,
I wore a hoodie on the weekend.
And it's June.
Grocery stores are cold.
I don't get it. Like, nobody regularly sees most of my body. Either I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. What do you care?
I always forget you have way more than I think you do.
Yeah, I know. People are like, what do you mean you have tattoos? And I'm like, well, just like,
they're there.
Look.
They're
there. I showed my coworker last week.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, wow, that's so awesome. My boss walks out and he's like, when did you get that? And I'm like,
a while ago.
A long time ago, my friend. But I wear long sleeves to work so nobody notices.
Yep.
It's like, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's not going to affect, it doesn't affect my ability to work.
No.
I still get shit done. It actually makes me work more because I want more money for more tattoos.
I need the moolah.
That's my statement to those who have that stigma against tattoo and art.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting. We're both getting tattoos this week.
So weird. I love how you had yours scheduled the same week.
Do you want a fun, not so fun fact I just learned about Alex Warren?
Oh no. Okay.
He's 24.
That's not bad. Oh, but it's because you're older than him.
I was like,
I
what?
get that. I'm older than a lot of people.
I
You get
know,
used to it
but I
after
was
a
like,
while.
Huh?
You're not that much older than him.
I know, but I would have expected him to be my age or like 30.
There's so many like that, though. Isn't Benson Boone really young, too?
Oh, I knew he was really young.
Yeah.
Even the girl, Ginny and Georgia, do you watch that show?
No.
Okay, so the daughter is older than me. And I was like, I think Chapel Roan's younger than I am, too. And it only bothers me because I'm like, what am I doing?
Right. Why are these people so famous?
Especially when they're like 22. I'm like,
Because that's the prime time. Like, it's like hockey, right?
it's crazy.
You get past 30 and you're no longer relevant anymore.
Yes.
You're useless
Unless
to
you're
any
Sidney
sports.
Crosby.
Yeah. That's it.
Or Alex Ovechkin.
Whoever those people are. Good on them for
Old
being hockey
Russian
people.
man who I have to argue with Bob that he's not his age. He's actually much older because he's Russian. And then he's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Okay. Well, if
Listen,
that's how it goes.
They forged the documents when they come over, okay? We got the inside scoop from the billet players here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're going to bounce over to Reddit really quickly.
And then stay at Reddit.
And then we're going to live in Reddit. I don't know. I'll just read this. My eyes are going cross-eyed.
Oh, no.
That's fine. I don't like to go to sleep because it's difficult to find a comfortable sleeping position. I also don't like to get up in the morning because this means I have to abandon the perfect sleeping position I've spent so much time searching for. Aye, Captain.
It was so hard to get up this morning.
Same.
It was also so warm last night that I just had like my sheet on.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's not heavy enough.
I know. It's like, now I can't get comfy. That's why I sleep with a quilt. It's the perfect thickness.
See, I need my weighted blanket. It was just too much.
That's
Where's
too
my
heavy.
day list?
Too heavy.
Struggling. I need to go first because you went first last time.
Did we actually note that? Because I don't remember.
I just edited the podcast, so I know.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Mine is the exact same as last Thursday.
Sleepy Weepy Crying Evening.
I'm not going to even read mine. It's Modern Metal Heavy Monday Evening.
Yeah, no.
You know what it starts with.
We're
You know
done.
what it ends with.
We're done.
Sleep token. Spotify, you're letting me
We're done.
down.
That was
Every
really
month.
rude.
Boring.
It like didn't even change.
No, it's literally the same from Thursday, unless there's like some. No, it says Monday evening.
Yeah, it says Monday
It's
evening.
Changed. It's changed, and it's let me down.
That's really rude. Well, to go with last week's episode because we're busy bodies this month. Jesus. We're gonna do some more Emma the Asshole stories because
Can't
everyone
stop.
seems to love those, and there's
Won't
always
stop.
so many of them.
There's so many of them. There's so many assholes out there.
And like always, we have not looked at these. So
No, I didn't have time to
reactions.
actually read. I read the title and went, we'll see.
Sounds good.
I'm pretty sure most of these guys are assholes. It's all right. Everyone's
Yeah.
an asshole. I think that's the title of our episode.
Everyone's
Everyone
an asshole.
is an asshole.
Not just Schrodinger anymore.
everyone.
Do you want to go first?
Schrodinger's asshole. Doesn't exist.
Shut up.
Sorry, I will go first.
Okay.
Cracking this baby open.
Let's try and stop making noise.
That's fine. It's me too. Apparently, this was 3 years ago.
Okay.
Right. Do I read the title?
No.
No. Let's just jump into it. I have known my wife for 7 years, married for 4. She's 6 months pregnant with our first child.
Congrats.
I have an indoor-only cat who I raised from a kitten to his current age of 16 years.
Oh, he's crusty.
My wife and I are the only people he's been around regularly. Okay?
Okay.
My wife has suddenly developed allergies to the cat.
No.
We talked with our doctor, and he said sometimes this can happen. My wife wants me to rehome my cat.
No.
I don't want to do this. He's old. He only knows me and my wife. He only knows our home. He's not been around any other people or animals.
The poor guy.
I think it will be very stressful for him, and at his age, it might just kill him.
Oh.
This is actually really long.
That's okay. Some of mine
Okay.
are really long.
I offered my wife a compromise. We can stay with her parents who live 10 minutes away and have no issues with us taking the spare bedroom until the baby is born.
Yeah.
And then if the allergies persist for her or the baby, I can look into very carefully finding my cat a permanent new home. And I would check in on my cat every day.
My heart.
My cat called me a huge asshole for my cat.
Like,
I
what?
read the line below. My wife called me a huge asshole for prioritizing my cat over her and the baby's health. I just don't want to traumatize my cat over something that might be temporary. Am I the asshole?
You know what? Whether it's a cat or if it was like a dog or something, I don't think you are. Like I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to get rid of a 16-year-old cat
I know, it's
who
like
knows
my baby.
nothing else but you. Like, come on. There's got to be a shot she can take.
You want me to follow up with the edit?
Yeah.
None of it matters anymore.
Oh, no.
After I read the responses to my original post, I started thinking about other options so my wife and I could stay in our home. My brother lives a few hours away, and he spent a few years living with my cat when we were younger. So I called him and I explained the situation. He agreed to adopt him, but he was out of town, so the soonest he could come pick him up was weekend after next.
Okay.
I told my wife that we would have to keep the cat for less than 2 weeks until my brother gets here, and until then, she would have to use the allergy tablets or stay with her parents. She became furious and said she was not going to leave our house and the cat had to go ASAP.
Bro, take the fucking allergy meds.
Seriously, what kind of
What the
rude.
hell?
I told her this was the best I could do. I was not going to give my cat away to whatever random person stopped by first. Yesterday, I got home from work
Shut the fuck up. She gave the cat away. I'm going to cry.
I think it's worse than this. Yesterday, I got home from work and I couldn't find my cat. I asked my wife and she told me, no hesitation, nothing, that she dropped him off at an animal shelter.
Shut up. You're a bitch.
Her words, I am pregnant and miserable and you wouldn't get rid of him, so I did. Eat.
Oh my God.
I didn't argue. I just asked her to tell me which shelter and drove straight there. I didn't see my cat at the cages in the shelter. When I showed the lady working there a picture of my cat, she started apologizing. She said they put him with the other cats, but later they were bringing in a large dog, which they have to take dogs past the cat cages to the dog cages. The dog jumped at my cat's cage and barked at him, and the cat panicked and had a heart attack.
Oh
they
my
think.
God.
And he died.
Shut the hell. I would be fucking livid at my partner.
They gave me his body in a shoebox. I took him home. My wife started apologizing once she saw him, but I ignored her and went straight to the backyard and buried him. Oh my God.
I'm crying.
Divorce. Oh my God.
Shut up.
I called my brother earlier today and explained what happened. He started yelling into the phone that my wife murdered my cat.
She did.
And I needed to reconsider my relationship. I just feel numb. I haven't said a word to my wife. I don't think I can even look at her. I don't know what I'm going to do. Whoa.
You are not the asshole, sir.
But that's the most insane thing is that this is marked as this person is the asshole.
He is not the asshole. You just killed his fucking childhood friend.
Oh my God.
That poor fucking cat was probably so fucking... Oh my God. I'm mad at her. I don't care.
Wow, lady.
Take the fucking allergy meds.
Like, it's...
He was going away.
Yeah, he found a new, like, not a new, but, you know, a reliable home. And you couldn't hang on to the cat for, like, 2 weeks.
I get it.
Fuck
You're
that
not
girl.
pregnant. I don't give a fuck.
She's the asshole.
Oh my God, that made me cry. Oh my God.
She's awful. Wow. But I can't say. Like, all of these people were like, you're the asshole. You're the asshole.
No. I think it's a terrible, shitty situation. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he is the asshole. I'm sorry. I would do the same thing. You're not getting rid of my 16-year-old cat. Sorry.
This is, you were about to become a father, and that means making sacrifices. What does that mean? Like killing your cat? Like,
Yeah.
he was trying to do the right thing. Like,
Well, that's like my cat before my cat's now was a complete fucking asshole. What? Bro, if he didn't die, he was going to stay an asshole until he was old. Like,
well, this didn't even say the cat was an asshole.
that's what I mean, though.
She
Like,
was just allergic.
that's what I mean. Like, no, that's my fucking pet.
She's the trash human being.
I don't care if I got pregnant and had allergies. Fucking deal with it. Don't get rid of a pet.
The worst.
Made me cry. Fuck you.
I mean, I had allergies to my rabbit for 10 years.
yeah, you didn't
I was
care.
like, I'm not getting rid of him. He's my baby. Sniff, sniff. Now I can actually breathe, but
Yeah.
which I'm grateful for, but I wouldn't trade that.
Oh my God. Okay, this is from 5 days ago.
That was 3 years ago, by the way.
Okay, from someone called Southern Objective.
Okay.
I, 31 female, have been married to my husband, 44 male, for 5 years. Together for 7 years. He's a great guy, provides for us, and is an all-around good guy. He even legally adopted my daughter back in 2021 and has raised her as his own. I'm giving a little backstory to him as I don't want anyone to think he's just some lazy jerk. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
When I lost my job through COVID, I essentially took over housework while he still had a job. I was 110% a housewife and absolutely loved it, keeping the house cleaned, cooking, and laundry. Go you, whatever floats your boat. However, pandemic slowed down in my area and 21 schools opened back. And she just writes like the last 2 things of the year, 2021, schools opened back up and I was offered a part-time office job at the company he worked. In 2023, I ended up rage quitting the last week of October. I started a new job the first week of November, another office job, and my days went from 6-hour days to 9-hour days. Mm-hmm. To give him some props due to flexibility at the company, he started picking her up from schools, their daughter, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Throughout this time, I noticed when laundry would start getting backed up, he would wash his clothes only.
What?
Asked him about it and just said he needed something quick. Weird, but okay. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, and he still does this despite my repeated attempts to say, hey buddy, wash more than just your own. Last week, I spent the whole weekend doing everyone's laundry. The only thing I asked him to do was hang up the clothes that needed to go on hangers. He did a few and then said he'd do the rest tomorrow. It was honestly no problem as we wanted to chill since we were kid-free. Okay. The next day comes, the clothes are still there. I woke up, they're still there. So I throw them in his chair. This goes on for 3 days till I was finally like, fuck it, I'll do it. When I first put the pile there, it was a mixture of mine, his, and our daughter's clothes. Sorry, burping. The only clothes left were just mine and the kids. I was seeing red. Well, rage, I did them. What? I cleaned the entire house and basically was just annoyed. Next day I come home and there was clothes in the washer and he made a point to say he mixed them with all of ours. Congrats. Well, since laundry was caught up, I wasn't really paying attention. The washer was open, which means nothing was in it, and he had his clothes in the dryer hanging halfway out. Walk over to start a load and see a bunch of wet clothes in it, mine and my daughter's. I asked him, what the hell is this? He said because he threw too much in there, he could only dry half at a time. So I restart that load to rewash, to go empty the dryer, and what do you think I found? His clothes only in the dryer. I was about to snap, start a fight, but instead, this is where I might be the asshole. I took all of his clean clothes out of the dryer, threw them back into the dirty clothes under wet towels from the lake yesterday, and proceeded to finish washing and drying everything else but his clothes. Now the laundry is caught up, everyone has their clothes washed, folded, hung up, and dried, not his. I'm waiting on the time to come, which it will, where he's going to ask, hey, I need this, and plan to use that moment to inform them that I'm no longer doing his laundry. So, am I the asshole?
I don't know. I would say no. I'd say that's reasonable. Don't just like the fuck around and find out. Like, if you're gonna do laundry, do other people's laundry. Like, why are you prioritizing your own laundry? Like, if you're just gonna mix the laundry, just grab the handfuls and throw it into the dryer. Like,
the tag on that one was everyone sucks.
Everyone does suck. I mean,
that was, yeah.
He should be doing, like, he was probably spoiled from her being like housewife for so long. And then was like, I don't know how to do this anymore.
Share the chores, people.
Share the chores, share the bills, share your life. Isn't that the whole marriage spiel?
Don't know.
I don't know either.
That's it.
That's it.
I got no updates, no follow-ups. The only comment that really stood out was, Jesus fucking Christ, use paragraph breaks, please.
I could tell while you were reading that. I was like, I can
whoa.
imagine how that is written. It's painful.
What really threw me off is saying the year in just as like, in 23.
What?
2023. Or put a little apostrophe so
Yeah,
I know.
yeah. On to the next one then. I won't read the title.
Okay.
You can guess what it's about.
Who's it by?
It's by The Roses Bloom.
Oh,
and this was, again, 3 years ago.
Okay.
I'm finding all the 3-year-old
There's
ones.
another cat dying. I can't take it.
No, I don't think there's any cats in this. But we'll find out. I'm sorry to make you cry. Oh my God. Aaron's the asshole. That A at the beginning, it's not am I the asshole, it's Aaron is the asshole. Yeah. This is so hard to read.
I know.
My 30 female friend Kate's 30 female wedding was last weekend.
Okay.
We went to grad school together, but haven't seen each other in person in about 2 years. Though we've FaceTimed and kept up enough since then, and enough.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's like people cannot write.
No.
There, you know where you can put periods and stuff in sentences? I hear it's really popular. Since then, enough to where she invited me to be in her wedding.
All right.
So they've talked enough
That they're still good
that they're
friends.
still decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, and this is in brackets for some reason. Why is this in brackets with a period in front of it? It's just a sentence. I don't get it. However, a large part of this is that her fiance, Kyle, who is 30 male, has 8 groomsmen, and she needed enough people to match up.
Okay.
So basically her fiance has a lot of friends, and she does not. I wonder why. I wonder why. We're about to find out. About 6 months before the wedding, the bridesmaids were all talking in a group chat on Discord, and I overheard Kate, who must have thought she was on mute or that her voice wouldn't carry, rather snidely turn to Kyle and say that I would round out the group because I would be a good counterweight to her fiance's friend Tim, the idea that being that Tim and I were both obese.
What the hell?
When she moved back toward the mic and said something about not being on mute, I acted like I couldn't hear anything and said something like, yeah, you were really far away. You sounded like you were underwater. I couldn't hear you. I had been planning on losing weight anyway, but I lost 35 pounds of fat in 6 months and put on 4 pounds of muscle, largely out of spite.
Hell yeah, girl.
I've always hated pictures of myself and don't maintain social media, so it wasn't outside of the norm for no one to see me.
Fair.
As soon as I knew what my plan was, I ordered a size down in my bridesmaid's dresses. Then I had it tailored in a little more. I wore the tightest Lululemons I could find when I met everyone at the hotel the day before.
She looks snatched.
Yeah. And seeing the visceral shock on Kate's face was absolutely priceless. At the wedding, I still walked in with Tim, but he was a bit stiff and awkward around me, which I attributed to nerves or just not caring for strangers. Later, after enough alcohol had been passed around, the truth finally came out that Kate wanted to set me up with Tim, which I refused. And before she was 86th, Kate said, "You're not supposed to be skinnier than me. You're upstaging me at my own wedding."
Bro.
What? We didn't have a knockdown, drag-out fight, and it wasn't particularly dramatic, but apparently the other bridesmaids and groomsmen got the impression that I had somehow been a bitch to Tim and that it was shitty of me to refuse a date with him. Kate and I haven't spoken since the reception, during which I said, "Congratulations," and essentially ghosted after things went south. And now I'm sitting here wondering if I'm the asshole. No.
What the hell?
No, that you shouldn't have showed up. That's what really should have went down. You should have gone on a vacation and like wore like some crazy bikini and had a nice tall glass and took social media posts and said, Wouldn't rather be anywhere right now. And fucked that wedding so hard.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't call that a friend. I wouldn't show up.
No, that's rude.
If I heard somebody talking about me like that, I mean, I love the petty, spiteful revenge. That's gorgeous. Like, yeah, own it. Say fuck you and your stupid wedding. Thanks for the free meal, bitch.
Yeah, jeez.
Lots of people basically being like, "You're not the asshole. This was a sick move."
Yeah, holy crap.
Honestly, yeah, I like it.
Here for it.
I like the strategies there.
This is from Puzzle-Headed Owl 7394. Again, 5 days ago.
All of mine are from 3 years ago. I don't know why.
I wasn't even looking. Okay. Hey Reddit, this happened yesterday and I'm wondering if I was at fault here. So I work for my dad's company and my brother, bracket, who is my supervisor or manager in a sense, bracket, was driving me to work with him. I usually ride with him most days, but sometimes I'll ride with someone else. On the way out of his house, I asked my brother if he could stop by the gas station so I could grab something to drink and a snack. Since we passed the gas station on the way out of our neighborhood, it's on the way, so no detour is required. It's just a straight line. Well, on the way into the gas station, my brother pulls out his phone and starts singing the lyrics to some song he's obsessed with now. And as he pulls out his phone and starts singing, he rolls over a huge rock in the road. I didn't say anything about the rock because it's a large, hard-to-miss object right in the middle of the road. We didn't think anything of it for a few seconds until his car started beeping with a flat tire alert. So he pulled into the gas station, assessed the damage, realized the tire had a hole in the side of it, and called our dad to figure out the game plan since we were now out of a car. Our dad tells us to pull around to Kohl's parking lot so we can get the car towed and the tire replaced. He came to the Kohl's afterwards in his car, picked us up, then pulled into a car wash on the way out to get it washed. As he pulls in, he starts asking how it happened, what we hit, where was it, etc. Well, my brother says he rolled over a rock and that he didn't see, but I told him that it was a large rock, as per my description earlier. And joked and said it was about the size of a 10-year-old's head. Our dad laughs. God. My brother makes quick retort, and I assume that's the end of it. Later in the day, around 5 to 6 p.m., my brother ordered food and told me to place my order as well, and that I would pay for it. Of course, I'm used to this because he always makes me pay for my food, normally anyways. Okay. But he said afterwards, maybe if you weren't joking around and cost me $300 earlier, I'd pay for it. But nope. I'm really not pressed about the food not being paid for, but I don't think it's fair that he blames me for him not paying attention to the road while driving. So am I the asshole? Edit. I don't know if it's relevant, but I'm 17. My brother is 21. Again, also not sure if this is relevant, but I feel like maybe I should mention it. Also, thank you for all the feedback. I'll apologize for the insensitive joke because of the timing of the joke, and hopefully that'll be it. Edit number 2.
Oh no.
So it turns out after some digging, he wasn't charged for the tire at all. His tires are under warranty, so he wasn't impacted financially in the slightest. I said in a previous edit that I was going to apologize because I didn't want to end up actually costing him money. Never mind that. He made it a big deal, apparently, because of the principle of the matter. But again, why be petty? Whatever. Thanks for this feedback, guys.
Be petty now.
Be petty.
Now that you know that it didn't cost him a damn dime and he took it out on you.
Why are you the asshole? No.
You're also 17.
Yeah.
You barely have a license. Like,
and the 21-year-old hits the thing in the middle of the road.
It's like, you're like, oh, look at that giant rock there. Like, hard to miss. No? Okay.
It's just like sibling bullshit rivalry. Oh my God.
Oh, to
boys.
Be young.
Oh, boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be dumb.
Honestly. You ready for this?
Yep.
All right. This is an oldie but a goodie.
All right.
Many updates on this.
Okay.
It's a deep rabbit hole. I'm just continuously scrolling here. Oh my God. Okay. This may be a long one. Buckle up, folks. All right. I don't even know if this is real. We'll see. Okay. My 15 male mom and dad, mom spelled with a U, so possibly English. Okay. All right. Met briefly, dated while they were both studying in uni. I don't know if this person's just going to give like a full backstory to his parents. This feels long. My mom gave birth to me after they had broken up and had to sue my dad for child support. Okay.
Oh.
So this is getting wild. I was raised by mom and I had virtually nothing to do with my dad throughout my childhood. Okay. My mom was an international student and her family cut ties with her due to the circumstances of my birth. Oh. Tragically, 2 years ago, I lost my mom to cancer and thus I was placed under the care of my dad. Oh. My dad has remarried and has 2 sons, 5 and 7, with his wife. It wasn't a bad arrangement at first, but we were all essentially strangers. I was given a bedroom to myself and we shared some meals, but other than that, I kept to myself. About 10 months ago, I was lucky enough to score a casual job at an aged care facility as IT support.
Oh.
That's not bad for a 15-year-old. Yeah. It was easy money as it involves installing and maintaining a dozen or so common PCs used by the residents, plus running basic computing workshops. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, keep breathing. I ended up accruing a whole lot of disposable income in a short time. Stupidly, instead of just keeping quiet about it, I decked out my room with a new TV, headphones, and a PS5.
Heck yeah.
Obviously, the setup was of great interest to my 2 younger stepbrothers.
Oh no.
Initially, my rule was that they could play the PS5 anytime I wasn't using it, but I would get first dibs if I wanted to play or use my TV. I was also super accommodating by buying an extra controller, which I didn't need, and several kid-friendly games that they wanted to play. I eventually had to change the rule to only play when I was there because the 5-year-old destroyed one of the controllers by spilling juice on it.
Uh-oh.
This is where the drama starts. They whined to my parents, who then ordered me to place the PS5 in the living room.
No.
I refused, stating that I had purchased it with my own money. This led to their argument that I have too much money and should contribute rent, utilities, and food money. It's 15. He went and got a job at 15, and you want him to pay rent?
Oh my God.
Get out.
That's crazy.
I called their bluff and said, sure, drop a contract and I'll get a lawyer to review it to ensure it complies with the Family Law Act. My dad then told the boys that he was going to buy a separate PS5 for the boys for Christmas, but the dude is clueless about the global shortage. Yeah, there was quite a shortage because this was 3 years ago, so that makes sense. Finally, last night, after realizing that he had zero chance of buying one, I had to correct that because I said change, buying one for close to
a lot of money.
My dad threatened me to either voluntarily gift the PS5,
Excuse
his PS5,
you.
to the boys for Christmas, or he would toss it in the bin while I was at school.
Asshole.
So angry. I was so angry that I went on Facebook Marketplace and sold the PS5. Oh. The boys found out today and were devastated. I feel really bad because they shouldn't be punished for this shit show. My parents, in brackets. Air quotes, yeah, not brackets, are in their room talking about me, and I'm sitting here in my room. Am I the asshole? Could I have handled this better?
Your property, you bought it, you get the sale, who cares?
Yeah. So there's updates.
Oh God.
December 18th of whatever year this was, 3 years ago. Wow, this blew up overnight. Firstly, thanks to all the kind strangers out there giving me your positive encouragement and support. It's quite humbling that so many took the time to read my story and choose to provide this kind of support. Some people were after an update of the situation. I'm at work now, but my stepmom had a chat with me this morning and it was quite positive. She said she didn't know about my existence until right before I came to live with them. So it caused a huge rift between her and Dad. She apologized for projecting that onto me and not being more welcoming. She also didn't know about my dad's threats and told me it won't happen on her watch.
Good.
My half-brothers also admitted to her about the juice incident. She said that she's going to get the boys a Switch for Christmas, and she offered to pay me the difference between the money and getting a new PS5. I probably won't take the money, but at least it's a step forward. This was the longest conversation I've ever had with her.
Oh my God.
To date, by the way. No comms communication from my dad yet, lol. To answer some common questions, my bank account is entirely in my name. Good. Oh, they're in Australia. No one has the ability to view or access the balance. I don't think my dad's demand for rent was about money. They both earn a good salary, but I think he was just upset and butthurt that I'm not relying on his money. Yes, I really am 15. I typed out my post in Word so that I could be spell and grammar checked. Maybe that's what's confused people. I mean, yeah, Word will grammar check for you.
Yeah.
He makes $27.50 an hour.
Shut up.
Get fucked.
At 15?
Yeah. No wonder he's got enough money to buy a
He's
PS5.
making more than both of us.
Apparently, he can do his homework while he's at work, too.
Oh, score.
Shit,
He's
that's
winning.
a bonus. I'm going to skip over these notes because he just goes on about every little detail about his life.
He's got a lot to say.
Yeah, he's got a lot to say. Update 2. So we've got a gathering with the extended family today. This is the first time I've met any of them due to COVID. They've all been super lovely. My stepmom showed them my original post, and they're all getting stuck into Dad. My uncle, Dad's younger brother, has set up a Reddit account for him, and he's doubling down as he thinks Redditors will take his side when they read his account of it.
Oh my God. Get over yourself.
Here's where it gets fun. The dad did his own Am I the Asshole?
Of course.
Am I the asshole for asking my son to share his console with his brothers instead of keeping it in his room? A few days ago, my bio son. I'm starting to get the vibe that this may be fake, but that's fine. You just point form notes.
Yeah.
And then goes into, how am I the asshole here? I've taken in
You
this
are.
kid into my home. Oh, going on about how he's going to receive money because his ex-girl died or whatever.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh, it just goes on. You were the asshole, sir.
Yes.
I don't know. I just...
He looks so perplexed.
Yeah, because the dad makes another post, and it's called, Am I the Asshole for Intercepting and Eating My Son's Food Delivery While He Was Grounded? This poor kid.
Poor child. He's 18 now. I need another update. Have you moved out?
Please tell me you got out of there. Oh my God. More updates from the father.
No.
How do these people keep doing these things? More updates. My wife wants to divorce me and won't talk to me. How can I win her back? Ooh.
We have opened a can of worms.
It gets deep. Wow. This is like 1,000,000 pages long.
Jeez.
Apparently the last update is, I get it. It's over. You guys are right. I fucked up irrevocably this time. I lost my family and likely will lose my job. I always tried to control everything in my life. It's worked for me in the past because my family is wealthy and they fix things for me. But my wife and brother must have spoken to my parents because they said I can't use the law firm my family has on retainer from my DVO, which is, I think it's driving... DVO might be driving drunk or something like that.
What the heck?
Or upcoming separation proceedings, or maybe that's divorce attorney. That's it. Or upcoming separation proceedings anymore. I'll hire my own solicitor as soon as stuff starts opening. I'll seek mental help too. Most importantly, I'll leave my wife alone. Thanks for the comments and advice. Whoa. Okay, so
Wild ride.
that went from like kids like rational to like the dad. There's literally like pages of information, like follow-ups from the dad posting about how fucked up choices.
What is going on?
It's wild. Okay, I invite you to read that.
Okay.
The original post of the son. This was typed throwaway _, dad is a doof. So check that out. I'm sure it's
Oh my God.
I can't believe the dad made
An account
just to bitch about.
Are you 10?
10.
Oh God. That was from 3 years ago?
That was from 3 years ago.
I've got 16 days.
Wow.
Okay. Decent delivery, 3603. My 50-year-old. See, okay, so the person is 50, the son's 17. I'm done with this.
What?
The 17-year-old son recently got into a car accident with a drunk driver. I'm very thankful he is alive, obviously, but his car is totaled. Bracket, the drunk driver was driving a pickup. My son drives a small old convertible, most likely the reason for the amount of damage. And he is fairly injured, i.e. multiple breaks, lots of stitches, etc., and is currently recovering. This all occurred last week on a Saturday, the night of the incident. My family, my wife, 45, and daughter, 14, got there, and I wanted to say an hour before his girlfriend. When she came in, she ran to him in his hospital bed and started hugging and kissing him, mainly lips, but other places on his face too. She stayed for most of the night, checking up on him and being supportive, and I was happy that my son and his girlfriend had such a good relationship. As we were driving home that night, my wife said she was upset I didn't say anything to my son's girlfriend. I asked what would I have said, as she was being a good partner. My wife said it felt weird seeing that, especially in front of his family. I said that he was going off to college regardless, and that she was being a really nice partner, and that she that night showed us how much she truly cared for him. She rushed off work to get there and was still wearing her work clothes when she got here. My wife started getting angrier and said that she thought it was gross and that I should just ask her to leave sometimes. I told her that I'm not telling my hospitalized son I'm taking away something that clearly makes him happy. She told me it was gross and I needed to put a stop to it. I told her she was worrying about the wrong thing and that anything that brought our son comfort was good. Bracket, my brother had taken my daughter home before this. She didn't hear us arguing. She told me I needed to stop and do my job, and I've kept thinking about it, and I've started to keep thinking about it and thinking that I am in the wrong.
No.
It's hard to read. No.
No?
Your wife's an asshole.
Your wife is like, how do you think people have relationships?
He's 17. Leave him alone.
What is your relationship like?
Yeah, are you not allowed to kiss?
Like, I don't get that.
What?
Like, how, like, people show affection in many different ways, and that feels pretty normal. Like, oh my God, you're still alive?
Yeah.
Like,
thank
oh,
God.
good. Like, you were just in a major car accident. This was extremely distressing. I'm gonna kiss your face.
What the heck?
Like, you're not dead, so I don't. Why would you see that as shouldn't you be more worried that your son was in a car accident? Like, what? Priorities there, not checking. What the fuck? That's like
wild.
I appreciate the dad's perspective though. Like, he's just like, yeah, that's a normal, healthy relationship. We apparently don't have that.
Yeah.
Because
if I was in a hospital bed, you wouldn't come kiss me and be happy that I'm alive?
That would be the question I would be asking back. I'd be like, so if I almost got dead in a car accident and you found me alive, you wouldn't just be like, oh my gosh, and be overwhelmed by emotion? Like, what? This lady has problems.
Yes.
Like, major problems.
One last short one. Do you have a short one?
Let me see.
I feel like, what?
I don't get it.
I didn't know where that was gonna go, because like the title was like, am I the asshole for not stopping my son's girlfriend from kissing him? And I was like, huh? What are we reading?
See what? All right. I, 36 female, have been married to my husband for what? 57 male?
Married to my husband, 57 male. For
That's 20 years difference.
Oh yeah.
That's why I went, what? Oh, I've been married to my husband for 2 wonderful years. What? He's 20 years older than you. Like, he was in college when you were born.
I can handle 10. That's it.
College.
That's crazy.
That's okay. Listen, we don't
yuck your yum. Yeah. It's fine.
I have a son from a previous relationship, Noah. Good name. 18 male. And he has a daughter from his previous marriage, Grace, 17, female.
Hold on.
Not the Noah, like her husband.
Like,
though, honestly, that's kind of weird.
What?
He would have been 40, right?
When
he had his daughter.
Okay.
So I'd hate to see how young his first wife was. Just saying.
Track record.
My husband considers Noah his son and my husband considers Noah his son and it is in all but his name. So it doesn't. Okay. Yeah. Noah is an amazing student, high GPA, plays basketball and football, volunteers for charity, and is an all-around great person. Noah has recently received a likely letter from his dream school, and we were all ecstatic about it.
Go Noah.
Yeah. My husband and I started talking about finances and how we are going to contribute towards tuition fees.
Okay.
I was a single mom until I got married, so I haven't got much saved, but my husband has mentioned the fund he has been collecting for college since his daughter was born. Oof. Now here's the part I'm asking if I'm the asshole for. But please read the rest of this post before making judgments.
Okay.
I do explain myself. I asked my husband if we could use that money for Noah.
Mm-hmm.
It's enough for all 4 years of his degree. He said no in the beginning, but I explained that while I love Grace, she isn't very academically inclined, has an average GPA, no extracurriculars, and has even said that she's going to the community college close by for the first 2 years. Plus, she's a junior, and we have a whole year to start building up another college fund for her. My husband is still on the fence, but at least he's not sticking with no.
Okay.
Okay. He wanted to talk to his daughter first and reiterate what I said above. It did not go well.
No, sir.
He said there was screaming involved and included her calling my son and I names that I will not be repeating here, accusing him of cheating on her mother, which is completely false, and she knows it. We met 3 years ago, 7 months after his divorce. I've been getting a barrage of texts and voicemails from his ex-wife's side of the family, calling me all sorts of names. My husband is disgusted with his daughter's words and action, is pretty upset and down right now. I feel like I've caused this, but my mother, sister, and aunt are telling me that I did the right thing, that my son deserves that money. I heard about this sub and wanted to get an unbiased opinion. Am I the asshole for asking my husband to pay for our son's tuition? I say you are. Like the whole thing. You should split it and make him take out loans.
Yeah. Split it and split it between the two of them.
Like this guy spent 2 decades almost saving money up for his daughter to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Like
even if she chooses to go to community college, split it.
Even like that's money that was supposed to go to her.
Uh-huh.
I get splitting it. Or even like giving him maybe a quarter of it. I would say, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's right.
But then for like the family on the other side to be like, you're such a bitch. Again, why are all these adults so immature?
I don't get it. So apparently there's a small update. I've accepted my judgment of being the asshole and have read a lot of the comments. My husband and I have talked last night, and he decided Noah won't get the entire fund.
Okay.
The plan is he will get enough for the first 3 years.
Oh my God.
And
how much money is in this fund?
That's a lot of money for expensive school.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the money will go to Grace. We will help Grace pay off any loans she may have to get as soon as we are able, and then start a new fund for our baby. So I guess there's a new baby involved?
Oh my good Lord.
Jesus. Grace told us to screw ourselves.
Okay.
And when he told her, but we will still help her no matter what she does and says. Like I said, I've accepted my judgment, but I would be fine with being called a lot worse if it means my son can go to his dream school. Grace apparently left a comment. And it says, "You can't be freaking serious, Christina. When Victor asked me if this post was about me, I thought, no, she wouldn't be so crazy as to try and gain sympathy for this. But here you are. And the lies as well. Dad left us for you. That's why we call you a homewrecker, because you are. 7 months after the divorce, my ass. He went through that divorce while you lived with him." My mom told me not to hold that against him, that just because he was a bad husband didn't mean he was a bad father. Guess who's earned that new title? You lied to try and make yourself look better, and thousands of people still hate you. Congratulations.
Oh. Whoa. Oh, ma'am. I understand you want your child, like you want what's best for your child, but that was not his money.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like,
It's a touchy subject.
Pushing that farther, like maybe if you had got like the whole family together to sit around and talk about it and see if you could come up with an agreement.
Yeah.
But if that was like money that he put like almost 2 decades into saving and she knew about it, like the daughter knew about it, like also to say that just because her GPA was average and she wasn't academically inclined.
Also,
that's a slight.
For the father to repeat that.
Yeah.
Sir.
Well, like.
Read the room.
Wow.
Read the room.
Clearly Grace is not well well loved.
Oh, sorry, Grace.
Sorry, Grace.
I got one more from 4 days ago.
Hit it.
So my boyfriend, 31 male, invited me to dinner with his old college group. One of his female friends, 30 female, who I've never met before, came late, looked me up and down, and then said, "Oh, so you're the current one."
Oh,
cute.
Gosh.
Oh no. I was stunned. No one laughed. No one corrected her. My boyfriend just kind of chuckled awkwardly and changed the subject. I sat there in silence for another 20 minutes before excusing myself and leaving. I took an Uber home. He called me later and said I embarrassed him by making it a thing and that I should have just been chill because she didn't mean anything by it. He wants me to apologize for her for walking out like a child. Am I the asshole for not tolerating that kind of blatant disrespect? Hell no.
Girl, you did the right thing. The only thing I'd say that you didn't do wrong,
just throw water in her face.
Yeah, you did. You should have just fucking gone up and left right there. Like that would have been like instant red flag. Either she's just a bitch and she's joking and being really dramatic, or she's just there to ruin the party or whatever.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't put up with that, especially if he didn't say anything.
You're the current one. Cute.
That's when you go like whatever your name is, back the fuck off. Like stand up for that person that you're seeing, if you care.
Or the fact that
Say
no
something.
one said anything.
Yeah, if no one said anything, that's immediately like alarm bells. So kudos to finding the strength to get out of that awkward situation.
Yeah. Oh my God, I would beat someone's ass.
I'd probably go to the bathroom and like have a good cry for a minute.
Yeah. Don't get me
like,
wrong.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
gotta get
what is
sad
this?
first before I get angry.
Get sad and then get really angry and then get even more like cryy because as soon as I get more angry, it's like fuck.
Yeah. No, you're not the asshole.
No, man, that sucks. Hopefully you broke it off and found better people.
Or you got a huge fucking apology.
Nah, I wouldn't stick around after that. That's sketch. That's just saying something.
Yeah, red flags.
Red flags. Building's on fire with that. That's it.
That's it.
Wrap's a wrap.
Wrap's a wrap.
It's Monday.
I know.
We still have the rest of the week ahead of us.
I know.
What is this bullshit?
You have so much time to plan for a topic.
Who designed this? I think I kind of do have a topic.
Yay!
It does take a tiny bit of research, though. I hope that's okay.
We have time.
I figure I can do it while I'm waiting with you to get your tattoo. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Or I'll be listening to my book.
Fair.
And laughing the whole
Giggling.
time. It's a wild ride. I really like it, but man, there are moments where I'm like, should I be listening to this?
Probably
I feel
not.
like I need to go to church, and I don't go to church. You know what I mean?
Go confess your sin.
These characters. Woo!
Give me your song.
My song is it's Yellowstone, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've listened to it. I might have listened to it once.
Yellowstone or brackets Holding You by Matthew Hansen. It's such a bop.
It's a bop.
It's so cute because it's like it's kind of the opposite of his other breakup-y songs about ex-girlfriends. It's like it's a wedding song.
Oh, cute.
It's definitely like
Cute.
It's definitely not
I
like
want to go to a wedding so bad.
It's not happening. Don't look at me. I'm poor.
No. You also just don't want to get married.
Yeah.
So you said Yellowstone, so I went Yellow Brick Road by Quinn. I forget the Roman numerals.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's a lot.
I want to say it's like 92, but I don't think that's right.
What does C stand for?
I don't know.
Oh, just use the Google bot.
The Googles.
Do.
Oh, I think it's Quinn 92. I might be wrong. I could really be wrong.
Meaning Roman numerals. Yeah, you're right.
Yay! I want him to go on tour so bad.
XC represents 90 and then 2.
Huh.
So easy.
Fun.
Oh, there's like a whole chart of Roman numerals.
Look at that. All right. Well,
that's it.
Friends, family, possible mortal enemies. That's all we have for you this week. Thanks for listening. Hopefully you're not an asshole.
Wait, what if they're gathering like ammo to use against us in the real world?
What are you talking about?
Our mortal enemies. They're listening to the pods, to take it out on us.
But don't worry, if you are, we won't judge. Remember to like, rate, subscribe, and share the podcast with your friends. Thanks for listening to our book updates, sleep token obsessions, and tattoo dreams. We didn't talk about sleep token. We'll be back next week with even more and new ink. That is all.
We passed the test. We didn't talk about them like at all. I mentioned it like once, didn't I?
I don't know.
Sick.
Okay, say goodbye.
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 Bye.